Today we'll be speaking about three models, 5610, 920, and 921. So, I mean, many of us had experience with them, and basically, similar models, just kind of more and more powerful, coming from 20 to 21. By the way, which one is your most favorite?
Most what?
Gary, which model do you think is the most interesting for you?
Oh, I think it's KMDA-5921 because it has the more expansion slot.
Okay. So you like more powerful machines?
Yeah.
Sometimes like the small ones, like a 610, because you can kind of squeeze them in many projects, whether it's transportation or just some smaller ones. But yes, for something more exciting with the AI and kind of edge computing, definitely 921 is the most powerful, the most interesting one.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so once again, thanks everyone for being here, and we'll be recording a brief introduction of these three models. Afterwards, Nora will be sending the links to everyone and who isn't here, as well as uploading to YouTube. And please welcome Gary, and he'll be beginning again today with the presentation. Gary, we can start.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Gary. I'm from GHC Tech Overseas Support Engineer. I'm sure that you have known me because we have had meetings at many times. Today, I will mainly introduce our KMDA new members. They are KMDA-5610, KMDA-5920, and 5921. First, let me show you our KMDA members. Look at the picture. This is a roadmap of our KMDA series. From the picture, we can see that we have so many KMDA series, different KMDA series products with different CPU platform. Different CPU platform can provide many functions and choices for our customers. Now we have Intel J1900, Apollo Lake, Earhart Lake, Skylake U or Kaby Lake U, Skylake S or Kaby Lake S, Whiskey Lake U, Coffee Lake S, and Tiger Lake U. Today, the protagonist of today's presentation is equipped with Coffee Lake S processor. I will mainly introduce from these three following aspects. The first one is the product highlights. I think it's the most interesting. And the second part is the target market. And the third one is the order information. So let's start with the first part, product highlight. Before I introduce this product highlights, I will show you a video about our new KMDA members. This is our new KMDA series products. The color is different from the previous products. It's blue and white color. The first one is KMDA-5610. It's fanless design. And the next one is KMDA-5920. It has the 2 expansion slots. And the third one is KMDA-5921. The difference is it has the 4 expansion slots. Okay, let's back to our PowerPoint. Our new KMDA series products are designed with the industry level. The color is blue and white. The KMDA-5610 is the fanless design, and the KMDA-59 series, because of the expansion slot, you can install the GPU card or other function cards. So if your card power contribution is more than 10 watts, so it needs fans for cooling. If your function card power contribution is less than 10 watts, there's no need fan because the air vents can be used for cooling. The front side here, there is no fan, but the fans are installed at the rear side. This picture shows how the fans installed. If your KMDA-59 series have to install like a GPU card, the GPU card are installed at this slot, and so it needs the fans for cooling. The fans are installed at the rear side here, and we also can see that there are two HDD slots. Our new KMDA series have the powerful data processing because it is powered by Intel S or 9 Coffee Lake processor. Intel Core i3, i7, i5 Pentium Celeron processor, and it has two models with the Q730 and the H310 chipset. It can support up to 128 GB SOD. From the Intel data, we can see that the Coffee Lake performance not only can improve 26%, and also it can reduce 52% power contribution. So I think the energy efficiency ratio can be improved than the last processor. And it means it can get more performance with the half power contribution. Our KMDA series can support up to 9th generation 65-watt power contribution, like Intel Core i9-9900 with 8 cores and 16 threads. It also can support DDR4 dual-channel low-voltage memory with a minimum of 64 and a maximum of 128 GB. This picture shows our new KMDA series rich I/O interface. As I said, it has two models, S001 and S002. S001 is equipped with the H310 chipset, and S002 is equipped with the Q370 chipset. And here, I have a KMDA-5920. This is a S001 model. You can see that it has two lanes, and S002 has 3 lanes. It has 4 USB 3, and S002 has 6 USB 3. There are 1 VGA, 1 DP, 1 HDMI, and S002 has 2 DP and 1 VGA, 3 independent display. Besides these I/O interface, other interfaces are all same. It has the 4 comms, 16-bit isolated DIO, and support wide power input DC from 9 to 36 voltage. This is a KMDA-5920, and it has 2 expansion slots. There are PCIe slots can install like GPU cards. This side is the HDD slot. it can install 2 HDD or SSD here. And the rear side is the fans slot. It can install fans here and for cooling. Okay, the next is the inside expansion slot. The S001H310 chipset, there are 4-size mSATA with the USB signal, can support like 4G or Wi-Fi or mSATA. And there's a M2, 22, and 30 E-key support Wi-Fi module. There are two 2.5-inch SATA 3. The S001 support 1 mini PCIe with PCIe signal, can support like 4G or Wi-Fi. And it support M2, 30, and 52 B-key with SIM slot, can support 5G. And M2, 22, and 30 E-key support Wi-Fi module. M2, 22, and 80 ME-key support NVMe storage. There are two 2.5-inch SATA 3 support read O or read 1 function. This shows our KMDA-59 series inside slot. The inside slot functions are same as the 5610. The difference is the 59 series have the expansion slot. For example, it has 2 and it has 4. I will introduce this later. The KMDA-5920, it can support PCIe X4 and PCIe X10. KMDA-5921, it can support 1 PCIe X4, 1 PCIe X16, and 2 PCI. The KMDA-5921 S02, it has 2 models. You can choose 2 PCIe X8 or 2 PCIe X4, or also you can choose 1 PCIe X4, 1 PCIe X16, and 2 PCI. Because of this expansion slot, so you can install multiple function cards. For example, it can support a 150-watt GPU card, but the length must less than 210 millimeters. It can support 2 75-watt AI accelerate card, but the length must less than 230 millimeters. It can also support a 10 GB optical card or multi-network card or serial card or machine control card, but you have to notice the length. It must less than 230 millimeters. This can support our KMDA series can support the NVIDIA GPU card. For now, the KMDA-59 series can support like 10 series, 20 and 60, 30 and 60 NVIDIA GPU card. And here I also have a video. This is our KMDA new products inside. And I will introduce, here is the memory slot. And here is the PCIe slot. You can install your GPU or other function cards here. And there are 2 SATA bay to install SSD or HDD. Yes, here is the expansion slot with PCIe. And the fans are installed out here. But when you install like the GPU card, you need to notice the power consumption and the length. This is another subcard. It's used for KMDA-5921. You can see that it has 4 slots. There are 2 PCI slots and 2 PCIe slots. So you can not only install PCI card, or also you can install like the GPU card here. Okay, let's back to our PowerPoint. It shows the supported system. It can support Windows 10 or Windows IoT with 64-bit. And it also can support Linux, such as Ubuntu, Red Hat, CentOS, SUSE, and it with Wind River, like VxWorks 7. The next part is the target market because of the multiple function and the powerful data capability. So I think our new KMDA series can be used very widely. For example, you can use it for the electronic tolling system or MEC or factory or equipment automation and so on. The next, I will share an application with the electronic toll collection system in Malaysia. We can see that the automatic toll collection system has become more and more popular because it is more convenient and faster than manual toll collection system. Our Malaysia customer put forward a demand for an industrial computer to be used as the LAN controller in the tolling system. So the device should be equipped with the like COM ports or PCI slots in this project. After we discussion and communication with our customer for many times, we finally recommended our KMDA-5921 to our customer. So why we choose our KMDA-5921? I think because of the multiple expansion slot. For example, it can store the serial ports or DIO or the PCI slot to install like the video card or other devices to achieve charging or controlling the ETC system. This is the third part is the order information. Here is the list of our new KMDA series order information. About this, you can ask our sales for more information details. And now it's Q&A time. Before it, I have listed some questions about our customer ask about us on our country. The first one, they will ask if our new KMDA series can install 4G module or Wi-Fi or CAN module. I think it yes, but you have to notice the SO1 and SO2 mini PCIe slot signal. The SO1 is the USB signal and SO2 is PCIe signal. So you can choose the different modules according to your requirements. And the second, they will ask which GPU card can our KMDA-59 series installed. I will suggest our customer, if your GPU card is less than 210 millimeter and the power consumption is less than 150 watts, it can be installed on our KMDA-59. The third question is, can our KMDA support read function? I think it's yes, but you have to notice that it's only the SO2 Q370 chipset can support read function for read O and read 1. If you have questions or suggestions, you can feedback to our sales, and we will communicate together.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, everyone. Yes, Rita said that she'll also reflect on the Gianluigi question, so it's great, quite important. Okay, once again, stay safe, healthy, and hopefully we can see you all soon. Have a good day.